guys, it's Heidi. Welcome back to my channel. And yeah, last few days I have been making junk journals. Um, yeah, and I find that the Reader's Digest books make the best journal covers because they're hard and the spine can bend. This one's got 3 signatures in. Anyway, I'm still learning. I'm still learning. Anyway, yeah. Oh, this must come down here. Anyway. Okay, today's video is actually not about junk journals. You know what, guys? We've been brainwashed. Ever so subtly, we are being brainwashed. Now, because I have actually been sitting still long enough to be listening to anything, um, I've had YouTube on and I've had the junk journal channels going and I've had the van life channels going. So, yeah. And what I do now is I let the ads run unless they're actually very long ads, then I just skip it. Yeah, there's some adverts coming on about the medical app, something. Anyway, where you don't actually have to go see a doctor. You can just get on your phone, go to the app, and do a virtual consultation or whatever. Right? Convenience of being in your home. You don't have to leave your home. And there's another thing about plastics that has come on. There's an advert about plastics. Now, where they say we're being lied to about the dangers of plastic. So I thought I'm going to let the ad run and I'm going to listen to this. So I was listening to it and they're talking about the plastics can be manipulated and twisted and whatever. Okay. And then another advert came on about AI. Now, bear in mind, a lot of these adverts that actually come on that I see is all AI generated, right? Okay. So let's make use of AI. It's a wonderful thing. It can edit books for you and it can find recipes for you and it can do all kinds of wonderful things. Guys, what is AI? Artificial intelligence, right? AI. Those of you, okay, if you never read the Bible, this won't mean anything to you. But those of you that do know the Word of God, those of you that do know the Bible, just think about the last days. We are living, we are on the brink. People, we are on the brink of the last days. Yes, nobody knows when the Lord is coming back. That's what the Word of God says. But you know what? Us as born again believers, we see the signs, we see everything that's happening. Right? Now, this thing about AI, um, when I saw this and I was listening to this, I put the two together and I thought, well, maybe the AI is the Antichrist, the beast, because somewhere, and I think it's in Revelations, I should actually go and look it up and then give you the proper scriptures. But it says there where they talk about kings, right? Now, what the Bible and the prophecies, they talk about kings. Just think of it, the different kingdoms, right? Yeah. Presidents, right? Head of state. Those dudes, all of them. South Africa's president, the United States president, the president of Russia, the president of China, the president of all the countries. Presidents, right? So when the Bible talks about kings, they're talking about our present day presidents, right? Whether it's actually the ones that are in power now or ones that will come after them. I don't know. They are going to give their power. The Bible talks about the kings giving their power to the beast, right? Guys, wake up. Wake up. Sorry, guys. We're running out of time, and people think it's time to play, and they think it's time to do this and time to do that. And I can't get too excited yet because people are sleeping next door. And when I get excited, I get loud. It's just the Italian part of me. Anyway, um, yeah, guys, please, there isn't time to play anymore. There isn't time to mess around. You have to wake up. You have to smell the coffee. You have to see the roses. We need to actually make right with the Lord because His return is so close. It is so close. Um, yeah, I just sit every day and I say, Lord, Lord, give me the strength and the boldness to speak to the people that need to hear. And we need to forgive one another, guys. Seriously, yeah. I mean, I come from a background of abuse, being from a small child right up until my late teens, and then getting married, and it was a little bit better. And then with my second husband, to get hurt so badly like that, where the man that you love and adore turns around and says he doesn't love you anymore. What do you do? And say, Lord, you chose this man for me, and this is what he's saying to me. You deal with him. I was really angry. Anyway, but God knew what he was doing because he knew where I was going to be today. And Carlo had to be the right man for me. Anyway, even though when God first told me that he was my husband, I just about choked on my food. There he is, stuck up on the wall. Sometimes I want to throw things at him, but then I thought I'm going to damage the wall. Anyway, guys, we need to learn to forgive. The same as I had to forgive him, I had to forgive what he did. I had to forgive what other people have done. Guys, by God's grace, we can do it. If we just hand over to the Lord and ask Him to help us to do it. People, there isn't time left. Time is running out. I have a friend that's, okay, he is a, you call those people, conspiracy theorist of note. But I listen to what he says. And a lot of what he says, I actually agree with because it lines up with the Word of God. Anything lining up with the Word of God, it's got to be true. Some of the other things I'm thinking, okay, maybe, you know. But then he sees things in a total different light as to a lot of us. And because I don't actually watch the news, I, I don't have a TV. I've got a TV that's connected to, it's my mom's TV. I've got it connected to my computer as a screen. I use it as a screen. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, seriously, we need to wake up. Think about what AI is. Think about the so called power of what AI is. And just do a little bit of digging of your own. Do a little bit of research into it. And because I've actually been sitting still and listening to these adverts, I'm just thinking, guys, we're actually being brainwashed. God gave us a brain, use it. Don't just let things fall in there and say, it's convenient. It's convenient to do this and it's convenient for that. Guys, wake up. Anyway, okay. So let me carry on with my junk journaling. And yeah, okay. Lots of love, guys. Bye.